Hey guys, it's Erica and I am super excited about today's video because I'm going to be trying out semi-hydroponics for the first time. Yay! First off, I want to say that I am trying this out for the first time and I'm not planning on converting my whole entire plant collection to Leca or expanding clay balls because I really love potting in soil. I love mixing soils. I just love soil in general, so I don't think I'm gonna 100% transfer over, but there are a bunch of benefits to hydroponics, semi-hydroponics, and that is really fast growth, which yes, we all want really fast growth. No fungus gnats, and those are the ones I could think of off the top of my head. Also, soil's really messy, so I love soil, but it is very, very messy. So that's another thing. Those are just 3 pros that I can think of off the top of my head. I haven't really looked into it a lot, just enough to be able to transfer a plant from soil to Leca. So with all that being said, I'm gonna be trying out Leca for the first time. Just a quick reminder to hit the thumbs up button, like the video if you enjoy it, subscribe to my channel if you enjoy content like this, plant content and stuff, and we're gonna get into it. Alright, so for those of you that don't know, semi-hydroponics is when, from my understanding, you have a plant in clay balls and you just, instead of soil. So the plant is in clay balls instead of soil, and you just keep your plant in a nursery pot and you fill this with water so that it's always able to, the roots are always able to suck up water. So that is what strengthens the roots, because it has to suck up the water in order to be watered. From my understanding, that's what it is. If you have a better understanding or I'm completely wrong, let me know in the comments down below. So yeah, I really wanted to try it. My friend had some clay balls, so here's some, and he let me have them. So I was like, wow, I can finally try out this whole semi-hydroponics thing. So that's what I'm here doing right now. Something that really kind of caught me off guard though is that you need to have your plants sitting in a solution instead of just plain water. So when I found that out, I went to my local hydroponics store and I picked up some things that you'll need. So if you're wanting to try this out, you're gonna need some Leca balls. You're gonna need, well, I don't know. This is what I got because a lot of people I've seen recommended it. So this is Flora Bloom. I don't know what it is, nutrient mixture, I guess. Floral Bloom, Flora Grow, Flora Micro, and a neutralizing or a pH control kit. So you need something to raise your acidity level or lower the acidity level. So that's what this is for. And I think that each thing that I got here was like $10. Yeah, I think this was a little bit more than $10, but these were $10 each. So I think that's a good price. I'm not really sure. So I'll link this all down below on Amazon if you want to check it out. But yeah, okay, let's get started. Let me introduce you to the plant that I am moving to Leca. This is a Monstera deliciosa, and as you can see, it is not doing well at all. This is my friend's plant and he wanted me to try and save it. I don't really know if moving it to Leca is going to be helpful. We're gonna try it out. So first thing that I'm gonna do is I have my little soil holder, and I'm going to take the plant out and remove the soil from the roots. I think this plant just needs to be watered, honestly, but we're gonna transfer it over anyways. So right now I'm just taking off this, since the soil is pretty dry, it's coming off pretty easily. So I'm gonna be removing the soil as much as possible, and when it gets too difficult, we're gonna go outside and we're gonna hose it down so that I don't break any roots, because I don't like damaging plant roots at all. But looks like this is as far as we're gonna get with removing the roots in here, so we're gonna head outside now and hose this down. And also another thing that we have to do is soak the Leca balls, so I'm gonna bring those with me as well. So we're out in my backyard. I have the Leca Balls here, and I have my plant here. So right now, first thing I'm gonna do is just spray these clay pellets so that they can soak. The reason that you want to do this is to get rid of like all the dust and dirt that might be in there. So I'm gonna pour it into my little this thing is dirty. I'm gonna pour it into here, kind of rinse it, and then pour out the water. And I'm gonna do it again. Okay, I have a strainer here to make this easier. I'm gonna pour a little bit into here. And I'm gonna rinse it off from inside the strainer and place it back in the little container to use inside. And with my Monstera, I'm just gonna show you how I hose this down. Okay, so we are back in the house. I have rinsed off the roots of any soil, and usually people say to take off as much soil as you can. If there's still a little some on it, then that's okay. So this is how my roots are looking. Pretty good. So this is the container that I'm gonna put it in. It's a little small, but this is what I have right now. So I have a nursery pot here that I'm gonna put it in, and then this is gonna be the cash pillow that I'm just gonna stick it in there. And it's alright, it's plastic, it's what I found around my house. Here are my Leca Balls, by the way. So what they say to do is to fill up the bottom part with Leca Balls, because you don't want the roots directly to be touching the water, and you want the clay balls to be touching the water directly. So I'm gonna do that. So I have the first bit up to like right here filled with Leca Balls, and I'm going to put the plant in. So the roots on this plant, I guarantee you, are too big for this, but I will find a bigger pot later on to do this. I'm gonna firmly press it down into the Leca Balls and fill up around it. This is what I have so far. What I have to say about this is I'm pretty shocked at how heavy the clay balls are, because it's holding up this huge plant in this tiny pot where it's definitely not deep enough for the roots. So that's pretty cool. It also looks really pretty. Like, it's very aesthetically pleasing. It was a lot easier to pot this up than soil, because soil usually would get on these wet leaves and it would be a mess. So those are some pluses that I'm seeing so far. Okay, so I will eventually move this into a bigger pot when I get one, but for now it's gonna be in here. I'm gonna move these clay balls to the side, move this plant to the side, and right now we're gonna work on the solution. So I'm gonna get my phone for this part because I don't remember. Oh, actually it probably says on the bottle. Okay, no, we're gonna get my phone really quick. I am using a site called ggbellplants.com, so I'm gonna have the link of what I'm looking at in the description in case you want to try it out too. So it says to get distilled water, but I don't have distilled water, so I'm gonna be using filtered water for now because I'm gonna need to put the plant in a bigger pot anyways. So I don't think it's gonna do much harm, hopefully. I hope this is more like cooking and not like baking. Okay, so it says get 1 gallon. So I have half a gallon here, 2 quarts. It says to add 1.25 milliliters of Flora Micro. This one, so I'm gonna shake this up vigorously. I have a really tiny measuring thing here where it's by decimal instead of by whole milliliters. So I'm gonna put 0.63. I have 0.63. There's a little air bubble, but I accounted for that. So I'm just gonna put this into my filtered water. And since we were supposed to do it in the jug, this was supposed to be the time where I shaked it or shook it, but I have a spoon to stir instead since I don't have a gallon of distilled water. And now we add Flora Grow, and I'm gonna do 0.63 for this one as well. There we go. Add that in, mix it up really well. And the last one to add is the Bloom one. So I'm gonna shake this one up and add 0.63 in as well. Mixing it up. So I'm pretty sure this is all that I need to add to the solution, but now I have to kind of worry about the pH levels of it. So that is where this pH control kit comes in handy. I'm gonna make it 5.5 with this kit because the solution of plants needs to be 5.5 to 6.5. It actually says on here, so I'm gonna test it out. On the kit, it says fill test vial halfway with nutrient solution. So I'm just gonna dunk it in, I guess. Here's the little vial. Okay, filled it up halfway. Add 3 to 5 drops of pH test indicator. And then compare the contents. So I'm gonna do 3 drops. Kind of wish I just had litmus paper. I don't know if that would work. So this is a really green, so it's very almost basic. I need to make it a lot more acidic. So I guess what I'm gonna do is add pH down to make it more acidic, which is right here. So this is a more, I would say this is actually the same color that was before. And I need it to be more yellow. We're gonna add more pH down. This is still really green. This is like neutral. We're gonna add 5 drops of pH down now. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, this is looking really red now. I overshot it. That is so red. Okay, well, now we are moving to the blue one. We're going to the pH up now. The red means it's very acidic, so this is like a 4, and it needs to be a 5.5. Okay, here we go. So I think that this is kind of the color that looks like 5.5 on this chart. I don't know what you guys think, but I'm a little bit tired of mixing this, so we're gonna use this. Okay, so now it's time to pour in the solution into my plants. I have the reservoir here, and I have my plant here, so I'm just gonna place this inside, and I want to fill it up until the spot where I put only Leca Balls and where the roots aren't touching it. So let's just pour this in here, and I'm gonna check to see how much water is filled. Making a mess. So it definitely is touching the pot already. I'm gonna add it into here like this and place it back in the water, and then we're gonna see how much of it is filled. Okay, so I think that's a good amount. All right, so I guess that's all it is. So the water level is up to right here, and it's a little bit reaching past the nursery pot. So it's supposed to be 1/3 of the nursery pot, which it's a little less than that. I think it's like 1/4. So I'm gonna leave it like that, and yeah, I guess that's all there is. And I'm gonna keep this under a grow light, and hopefully its roots will grow quickly and this leaf will unfurl, because I really hope that it doesn't die in the process of unfurling. I don't know if right now in the middle of October is the best time to be transplanting plants into clay balls, but that's what I did. I'll keep you guys updated on how these plants are doing. I'm gonna keep them under grow lights in here somehow. Still figuring that out. But yeah, overall it was a really fun experience. I just need to make sure to keep the reservoirs filled enough. So that's gonna be kind of a hassle. I think going in with the moisture meter into soil would be easier, but I don't know yet because I haven't done it. So like I said, I'll keep you guys updated. But anyways, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really enjoyed filming it. This was super fun for me. And thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments if you've tried this before, if you've ever heard of it before, any tips you might have for me, if you think my pH solution was okay. Just anything that happened in the video, let me know. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye!